Tonight, no giving up. There must really be something about this life. Okay, so let's know what it is about this life. Welcome once again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's your favorite food? Do you have any favorites? You know, let me know in the chats. Where are you watching from? Let's flip this. I hope I can still be heard. I can still be heard. Let me know if you can still hear me. Okay. You are welcome. Welcome. Thank you for the like. Thank you. Ba, 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 ba. So who is in first on this particular session? Yes, I can hear you. Thank you, Mr. Michael. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, I can see the likes. I can see a number of people already in. Thank you. 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 Welcome. This is like the fifth time I will be starting the live in succession. I mean, few minutes interval. I've had the challenge of seeing your messages if you joined in earlier. Right now, I can see people joining in from different places. Michael saying, "Hi, I can hear you." Thank you for the feedback, Michael. Kwon K saying, "Hello, hi." And Orlando says, "I also." Thank you, Orlando. Common K says, "I'm from Portugal." Wow. It's good to have you here, okay? Kindly double tap on your screen to like the live. And I'm sure if you are yet to subscribe, you can look for the subscribe button on this channel and subscribe so that you can be a member of this LD community. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Brazilian, yes, okay. Come K. Hope I got that pronunciation. Pardon me, but you are Brazilian living in. You are from Portugal. Mm-mm. I'm from Portugal, but okay, you mean you are in Brazil, but you are from Portugal. Okay, currently in Brazil. So how is it in Brazil? I hope you are enjoying yourself there. For how long have you been in Brazil? Okay, you are Brazilian, but you are from Portugal. So you are watching right now from Portugal, but you are a Brazilian. So that's interesting. So how was it like in Portugal? How is it different from Brazil? Cams is here. Hello, Cams. All the way from Florida. It's good to have you here. Welcome, everyone, for joining in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did not take it for granted. Cams, before you came in earlier, I don't know if you joined in. I've had 3 or 4 previous live stream attempts, and those sessions I actually could see myself, some part of the screen. I couldn't access the charts. Okay, as soon as I moved away from that interface, I could not see the mic icon. I could not see my video icon. Um, those things on the right, of course, right of my screen to me, and then I couldn't see any comments. But at time, each time I ended it, I would just see notice, oh, certain number of comments were there. All right, so maybe a system error. Has it happened to you before? Let me know in the chat. I know we have quite a number of people from different walks of life, um, different career paths, different businesses, uh, people, professionals of all kinds here. So I want to meet with you. I would like to meet with you. So thank you for joining in. It's such a pleasure to have you here. I do not take your presence for granted. You didn't just scroll past. You decide to join in and you decide to even give the live a like, a thumbs up. I mean, that's wonderful. I mean, we have 5 people and we have 5 likes. That is interesting and I appreciate it. So, Cam says, hi, Dr. Shoyemi, tuning in from Florida. Yes, my own person. Cam's a wonderful personality, doing so much. I mean, you are doing so much, Cams, and I need to say well done and keep it up. You're doing a lot, and God bless you more and more. Greetings, how are you? And hi, everyone. Yes, that's from Cams. I'm going to pin your message there. Dodo, Soja. Hope I got that pronunciation. Soja says, I'm from Austria. Wow. It's good to have you here. I did a video recently on countries, top 15 countries now, 15 countries where we have people living healthy and then longest living people in terms of age. I mean, chronologically. Okay, this like statistics from studies, not necessarily talking about individuals in their different regions or countries, but generally, people in those different places have are living longer than in other places. So if you are from a place like, talk about Spain, Australia. I'm not sure Australia is there now. Monaco, those are places where you have people living longer. Even France, okay, living healthy and longer. So, what are the things that those people are doing? What are they actually engaging in that makes them live longer compared to other people in different parts of the world? Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so Cam says maybe there was a glitch or something. Right, you're right, Cams. So it happens, the system. That taught me something, that you don't just give up. And that's the kind of spirit I have by God's grace. You don't just give up on on something. You just keep at it, keep trying until you get it done. I just said, oh, we've got to do this tonight. Maybe because of one or two uh, persons that we need to engage tonight. So thank you for joining me, Cams. So the glitch, I don't know why, and I was saying earlier that my YouTube app is well uh, updated. I usually check on my apps, the frequently used apps, and ensure that they are updated. Okay, so I was thinking, then what's responsible for this gap? Um, Not seeing charts in the displayed on the screen. So I had to end, start coming up again, and ended at least 4 times before this one. So I can see your charts currently, and I'm grateful for that. Maybe there was a glitch or something. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes, Cams, you're welcome, Cams. Doing so much. You have that never give up spirit, which is something your children definitely will benefit from. And then people that you are reaching out to, people in your community, people in your environment, your family, people around you will benefit from that never give up spirit. So I thought that this never give up spirit should be, that attitude should be applied to our lives, um, especially relating to your health. Some people have faced challenges and then ended up doing something strange, um, for which they could have done otherwise and probably overcome those challenges. Okay, so but if you have this never give up spirit, it's not something that really may be present in a man, so to say, but it's something that comes from God. Understanding God, understanding the commitment of God, understanding that you are God's own. That gives some rest, gives you some rest, gives you a sense of calmness and confidence, knowing that the one who owns the world, the one that has everyone in his hand, is in charge of your life. That makes a lot of difference. I mean, in terms of how you approach life, how you relate with life, how you relate with people. Okay, so it's a wonderful thing to know that I have people who are well connected, who I'm well connected to. Sometimes I just wish I could just come in to Florida to say hello to Cams, and then come back to Nigeria. Okay, so it's so interesting to have wonderful friends from different parts of the world, and thank you all for all you do. I usually receive that special welcome, warm welcome from each and everyone at different times that I show up on your channel. So thank you for all you do. I want to read your chats. Okay, Cam says, I appreciate that. You're welcome, Cams. Cam says, yes, definitely. Yes. Rebecca Brewer is here. Hello, Rebecca. It's good to have you here. Where are you watching from? Yes, Nigeria. But which part of Nigeria are you watching from? It's good to have you here, Rebecca. Kindly double tap on your screen if you are yet to do so. I mean, if you have a phone, a tab, when you double tap, it helps to increase the lights. It's like a thumbs up for the live, and possibly this helps the algorithm, helps the system to engage more people on the platform. Okay, I hope my mic is still there. I hope I'm audible. Let me know if the audio is good. Is it good this way or good this way? Which do you prefer? Holding it to my mouth or clipping it here? Let me know in the chat. Okay, Rebecca, welcome. A special welcome to you, Rebecca. And then, of course, I know it's night in Nigeria. Just I'm streaming from Lagos. Where are you watching from? Let me know where you're watching from. So I found out that many people who come across the channel, who are subscribed, or who come across the channel, mostly, if they're going to be Nigerians or people in Nigeria, then it's usually about this time that I'm live streaming, or they come across one of my videos. Okay, so it's a good thing that I'm learning this, that I need to keep showing up maybe around this time between 6, 9, 10 p.m. Okay, people are still awake, but some people already asleep. And then by 1 a.m., 2 a.m., I mean, that would be like, this 2 a.m. around here. That should be like around 9, 10 p.m. in the United States, maybe some other time zones. It should be night or evening on their side. So it's an understanding that I have now, that so whether I'm choosing to go live around evening or night here, or early hours of the day, then I will be having a specific or more audience from these different parts. Okay, so about everyone is welcome. For for Soja, I mean, Eduardo. Hope I got that pronunciation in Austria. What time is it in Austria? Kindly let's know in the chat. What time is it in Austria? And Cam says, "Amen." So true. Okay, Cam's, yeah, so true. Yes, a lot of people um, getting blessed by what you do. So yesterday we actually had a session where we talked about why you always get tired. Maybe not you, maybe someone around you, but have you ever felt tired before? I mean, right now you may even be experiencing some form of tiredness. Okay, that's like you are low on energy. Um, it may even be your mental strength that is a bit reduced. You know, some people, it's related to stress, physical stress. Some people, it's related to emotional stress. You know, some people, it's mental stress. Now, we mentioned yesterday that some things are overlooked but are very important in dealing with fatigue or recurrent tiredness. So if you get to feel tired frequently, then you may need to check these areas. And I'm going to mention those areas as a, a recap, and then we move forward from there. He comes, comes us, I mean, laughing. Oh, network. Yeah, we are back. So sometimes I'm wondering why the network is there. All right, so let me know if you are just joining in. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you have been here and you are yet to like, remember you can just double tap on your screen to like the live. Don't just pass by. Stay tuned and let's engage. I'd like to meet with you. Welcome. So, Cams, we'll be talking a lot on this live. Yes, I can see that you say yes, you feel tired sometimes, but not recently since I'm taking vitamins. Wow, that's good. All right, so we need to be replacing. You know, we cannot underestimate the need to have the necessary nutrients, macronutrients, the vitamins, the kind of nourishment that we need to give our bodies. Whether you get those from food, the food that you eat, or you get to have some supplements. So that's great to know that you've not been feeling tired lately, comes, and I'm happy to know that. All right. So if we get to pick it up, let's pick it up from that. Diet. Some people is diet. So sometimes people get to experience recurrent tiredness because of their attitude to meals, you know, to food. You know, you can have an attitude. Yes, attitude to food. You know, some people see food as a threat. Especially children, you know, some children tend to make it difficult for their parents. I mean, challenging to to feed them, you know, especially making choices that are just stereotyped, maybe just one type of meal that they prefer to take and not a balanced kind of diet. Okay, so what's your favorite food? You know, I put, you know, saw the thumbnail of that colorful rice, right? So, but is that your favorite? Do you love rice or something else? What's your favorite food? So the fact is that if even if you have a favorite meal or food and you are not eating well and even balanced meals at that, you may be experiencing recurrent fatigue. Yes, because our bodies actually depend on the food that we eat. to keep growing, to keep moving, you know, to be active. So if you are not eating well, you are not eating right, you are not um, helping yourself as you should, you are only eating when you feel hungry. That's not a good way to live, or to relate with food. Let me read the chat. Cam says, my only tiredness right now is financial stress. That's interesting. Financial stress. That's that's one common stress factor. That kind of stress. The way I put it is this: is that it gives you an impetus. Is that the way to pronounce this? Uh, a urge, a drive to going to do what is needful that can help you to increase your financial capacity. Okay, so of course you get involved in something positive to earn more. Talking about multiple streams of income and all. Since I am starting over, but I'm working on it and trusting God in the process. It is well with you, Cams. I understand all that you have to um, deal with in terms of trying to settle one area or the other and moving strong in life. You say you feel financial stress. Okay, right. It's understandable. Everyone at one time or the other, and almost everyone, no matter how much you have right now, you still feel you need more. All right. The more you have, the more you want to have. All right. So, but if you are facing any financial challenge or stress, the first thing is to settle down and look at it. What is this situation? Where am I coming from? What is it now? And what can I do to overcome this? And begin to think. That's the way a man thinks. I mean, we have women who also think that way, of ways, legitimate ways to earn money. So, and definitely there are ways. And if you are involved in something, you can always um, diversify. You can always be creative in such a way as to help you to earn more than you are currently earning. So since you're starting over, working on it and trusting God in the process, God is faithful, comes. I'm sure you know that God is faithful and He's going to bless the work of your hands. He's going to multiply you, He's going to increase you. So just keep at it, do what you need to do, follow the leading of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and I'm sure He will lead you and guide you into your wealthy places. I'm sure you know that. Okay, so just um, have a good heart, know what to do, and get to doing it. Definitely, one of the other things that we mentioned yesterday is lack of work-life balance. So if you get involved in work, you're working a lot, but you're not giving time for life, family life, social life, the need that we all have to relax, and you should find time to do so. So if you are not doing that regularly, you will be uh, having the challenge of recurrent fatigue or tiredness. All right, so take note of that. Right now, I'm trying my hardest to cut down rice and more vegetables and fruits, but I find I get hungry too often when I eat healthy. Now I need to hear this. Now Cam says, right now I'm trying my hardest to cut down rice. That's very good. Your healthy plate. Let me see if I can get a plate, but it's supposed to be a circle. Okay, I may not be able to readily pick one right now, but if you look at a circle, I mean 360. You know, you can divide into half, and then you have half of that plate. Talking about a round plate as fruits and vegetables. That is the normal healthy plate, with your starch or carbohydrates taking about 25% of the plate, then your protein about 25%, But what most people do is do 50% or more of starch or carbohydrates, which is not healthy. And some people do this even more so at night as dinner, or what do you call it? When someone decides to eat at 10 p.m., okay, as an adult, even for children, it's not healthy. Okay, so you need to just enjoy. Some things are not tasty in terms of the sweetness that we get from food, but they are just good for the body. Carrots, for example, cucumber, uh, mention those greens. People that love sweet things don't want to take those, but they are actually good for us. So your fruits and vegetables are still very important. Those help you to feel full easily. You know, rather than having more space to take in more. But talking about getting hungry, that may mean that you are lacking in the quantity, the level of carbohydrates or starch that you should have, you should get from um, those food sources. You know, talking about yam porridge, rice, um, different flours, cereals. So these are sources. But if you decide to do that, you will need to study yourself and be sure how much of what you are taking is helping you to be active rather than feeling tired because you are not taking enough. So, what you need to do is to begin to make some changes. Comes, I'm sure you can hear me. Make some changes, little changes, so that you don't you don't get, you said you get hungry too often, okay? So that you don't get hungry too often. Eating healthy does not mean that uh, you should, how do I put it, suffer hunger. All right. It only means that you may even need to eat more times than, more than 3 times in a day. But the fact is that you are eating the correct things, the things that you need to eat, and in the right proportion. Okay, so that means even if you feel hungry, you can still snack on fruits, and snack, and that is after you are sure you are taking enough carbohydrates that provides you with energy, and you are taking your protein as much. But it's the right thing to do. So I'm trying to build natural routine. So that's great. That's great, Camps. Once you're you're above 40, that life pattern is important. Even before 40, it's something that an adult should actually apply. Okay, so but much more when an individual, you're a man or a woman, you're in your 40s, you're above 40, you're moving to 50 and 60. You are setting a pattern for your health, a foundation for your old age. Okay, so you need to just keep at it. Take some discipline, it takes some sacrifices. Okay, right now I'm trying to my hardest to cut down rice and more vegetables and fruit, but I find I get hungry and often I get. I've read that, and then boys, the right thing to do. So I'm trying to build natural routine. Great, great. So that's the way to go. So keep at it, right? uh I can see the eighth like. Thank you, everyone who has double tapped on their screen, who has liked the live. Thank you for the thumbs up from KK, from Austria, comes T, Eduardo, William, and Rebecca. I appreciate you all and everyone else that I'm here to see in the chat. But you have liked the live, and then we are waiting for you to introduce yourself. So let's know where you're watching from and what time is it in your location. So Cam says, yes, thank you for your encouragements. You're welcome, Cams. You're welcome. Yes, yes, he's faithful for sure. Thank you. Yes, God is faithful. Yes, definitely, I agree. Samson Paul. Hello, Samson Paul. Samson, you're welcome. Thank you for joining in. Samson says, I, hello, Samson. How are you today? How are you doing? What what's it like in your location? Where are you watching from and what time is it in your location? So we are glad to have you here. Everyone, let's welcome Paul. Um, saying hi. So what's your favorite food, Samson? What's your favorite food? And if you are with us and you are yet to drop the comments, let's know where you're watching from. I would like to meet with you. I would like you to join our community. And interestingly, if you are yet to subscribe, it's an opportunity to uh, connect with other people in this community by subscribing so you can get notified when videos are uploaded on the channel, when I come up live, when I put up a post in the community. I'm sure you will be finding out more as we go. So let's know where you're watching from, Paul. All right, so we've talked about food, we've talked about work, how getting overworked can actually affect lack of sleep, lack of rest is another one. Okay, poor sleep, stress, um, sedentary lifestyle. Yes, is one of the other one other thing that we mentioned yesterday, living a sedentary lifestyle. Some people think, oh, it's like a paradox. It's like, how can you say someone not active can make them feel tired? Yes, because God has actually created us to move. We are moving beings. Of course, there's a time to rest. So if your body is not moving, if you are not moving your body, okay, that's the way I will put it. You need to consciously be in motion. You cannot just sit there, and there's a tendency to that sedentary lifestyle with the advent of technology, advancement in technology. You can sit at your desk in your house, do a remote job, working on your laptop, working on your phone. You're doing a lot, just sitting there, and that puts such an individual at risk of developing low back pain, eye pains, neck pain, risk of being overweight and obese, you know. So that's sedentary lifestyle. So if you are not active, your heart is not pumping well. Activity, I mean, is moving a bit further than just doing your routine work, exercising, like brisk walking 30 minutes every day, say 5 days in a week, for 20 to 30 minutes. That's fine if that's what you can do. You can cycle. Cycling is good. If you can skip, using the skipping rope is great. Okay, so if you're not moving, I'm sure if you have done this before, maybe you have a particular period that you decide to stay indoor, doing nothing. Before the end of that day, or if you do that consecutively for 2 days, 3 days, you find out that you begin to feel uncomfortable. Your body begins to send some messages to you because the body works better with activity, not over activity, but activity, so that your heart keeps pumping better and then supplying different parts of your body, your joints in motion. You know, these are very important. It also helps your mood. There are hormones that are secreted that if those hormones get secreted and levels are high in your blood, then you can be assured that you have this sense feeling good effects in yourself. So very important. So those are some of the things that we shared. Those are common reasons why people can have recurrent fatigue or get tired frequently. Cam says, I love to sleep, so I'm never short of sleep. Even if it is 5, 10, 20 power naps, I take them. Now, you need to clarify these scams. Okay, are you talking about sleeping at night or sleeping during the day? Okay, so you're never short of sleep. So, how many hours of sleep do you get over the night? And then, how many hours or minutes of naps do you get during the day? Okay, so let's know in the chat. Let's know. For those who are just joining in, welcome. Thank you for joining in. I'd like to meet with you. We'd like to know you. Where are you watching from? Let's know where you are watching from. This is very important. We have people in the United States. We have people here from Austria. Of course, we have people from Nigeria, possibly people from India, uh, different parts of the world. So let me know which part of the world you're watching from. So, how many hours of night sleep do you get? Can you say that you actually sleep well? Do you have a good sleep hygiene? That's what I'd like to know. Let me know in the chat. Do you have a good sleep hygiene? What's your sleep hygiene like? So by that, I mean, do you actually sleep between say 6 to 8 hours of night rest at night, and when you wake up, you feel energized, you feel refreshed? If that's it, then maybe you are actually having sleep, quality sleep. So it's not so much about the duration, number of hours, even though the more you're able to have quality sleep, the better for you, for your body, for your mental health, for your effectiveness. All right. So, but if you deprive yourself consistently of your night's rest and even the naps that you may benefit from during the day, you are likely to feel tired easily and then frequently. So let me know in the chat how many hours of night rest you get. So before as you drop your comments, I'll be talking to you about other causes of tiredness that you may not know, but even though people commonly talk about it, that they feel they are low on blood, I mean, their blood is low. First, anemia is one common cause of feeling of tiredness. Okay, blood, water is life. Blood definitely is a major part of the human body, and without blood, definitely you can't be talking about life. Okay, once an individual has lost blood enough to change their physiology, and then losing supply of nutrients and oxygen to different parts of the body, then that's a danger somewhere. But talking about feeling tired easily or having recurrent experiences of fatigue, not having enough iron levels may be responsible in some cases. And so if you feel weak uh, easily, get tired frequently, and you just are finding out that maybe you are even losing appetite and all, then you may need to check with your doctor. You need to conduct a blood test to check for your iron levels. Okay, and if your iron levels are low, which is usually a part of your blood, iron, yes, iron actually helps in resistance, helps you to actually resist disease conditions, essential for formation of, yes, hemoglobin. Yes, that's pigment that helps the blood to carry oxygen to different parts of the body. So when it is lacking, that means there's no opportunity to carry that oxygenated blood to the different organs. And so it's just an individual, such an individual may feel weak. So what are the ways to assess this? Of course, we keep talking for your fruits and vegetables, as sources of iron. Supplements, you can get supplements, iron supplements, and that may be prescribed by your doctor, maybe over the counter, but you can also get proper prescription, preferably from your doctor after proper assessment. The other causes, common causes of iron deficiency anemia, worm infestation. That's another cause. So your doctor will definitely screen you and be sure of what kind of treatment you may benefit from. You may benefit from anti-emetics, okay, and of course, a proper recommendation of the kind of diet that will help to build your iron levels. So that may be one of the reasons why some people feel tired. So thank you for the night like. Wow, thank you so much. Wow, 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 wow. So that from Big Arch UK. Big Arch UK. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Joining in from England. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what time is it in England at this time? Please let's know in the chat. So glad to have you. Thank you. Welcome to this community. Kindly subscribe if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, and I'm sure you will find this community interesting because we are a growing healthy community, and there's one thing that brings us together, and that's health, and which is important to each and every one of us, irrespective of your location, your age, your race, your status, your profession, uh, notwithstanding, you need to talk about this. You need to engage with us. We need to keep talking about our health. We need to keep encouraging one another to live healthy lives. Okay, I uploaded a video some days ago. You can check it out at the end of this live. Talking about countries where people live longer. I mean, where they live longest. That's the way to put it. Like statistics showing where what people do to help them live longer. Talking about life. Okay. Hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Am I audible? I hope my audio is very good. Give me some emojis if you can hear me. So Cam says, yes, my iron is low, but I'm taking iron supplements. Right. So that's one. It's also more common in women. So you should enjoy the opportunity to um, have some supplements to boost your iron levels. So that's fine, Cams. Okay, Big Och UK. I would like to know what time is it in England at this time. Kindly drop in the chat. What's your favorite food? How many hours of night sleep do you get? Do you sometimes feel tired? And if you do, have you been able to identify the causes of recurrent fatigue for yourself? Do you need to see your physician for proper evaluation of your condition if you feel recurrent tiredness? So there are some health conditions that actually may make you or any individual to feel tired always. Another one is thyroid dysfunction. So a disorder in the function of the thyroid that may also be a cause. If the thyroid is not functioning well, if there's hypothyroidism, you know, individual may have low levels of metabolic rates. The rates is just reduced rates of metabolism. Individual may gain more weight than usual, and they may have this experience of excessive cold intolerance. So those are some of the things that may be associated with thyroid disorder. Adam says, "Hi, sir. Hello, Adam. Thank you for joining in. Let me know where you are watching from. Let's know in the chat. Where are you watching from?" All right. So, apart from that, vitamin deficiencies, which is one of the things that we started talking about. Talking about nutrients deficiencies in iron. So there are some vitamins that are actually essential. Different vitamins perform different functions, but commonly, if you lack vitamin D, of course, opportunity for that, the conversion vitamin D process starts in the body, and then exposure to the sun helps that, especially early morning between 10 a.m. and say 12 or 2 p.m. That's fine, okay. But there are places that do not have that privilege, okay, so much. So supplements very important. Vitamin D very good. Also helps with calcium absorption. So it's very important that you do that. Vitamin B12 is another one. Helps in red blood cell formation. This also helps to prevent anemia. Sources, include bananas, peanuts. Very important uh, diet options to boost your vitamins. There are other vitamins that I will actually do maybe another live or a video on vitamins, and then how you can benefit from them and the sources, different sources of vitamins. Adam says, which kind of doctor you are, sir? Okay, oh, okay, you're asking. I'm a family doctor. I'm a family physician. So if you talk about medicine, I practice medicine. I do some surgeries, okay, but primary surgeries. So I'm a family medicine doctor. So I'm a family doctor. All right, which kind of doctor? I've answered that. I am from Azerbaijan. Oh, please let me know where that is. Let me know where that is. I'm not sure. I know Azerbaijan. Hope I pronounced it well. Which continent, please? Adam says, I mean art section of pediatrics. Okay, you mean pediatrics. Okay, pediatrics talk about children. Art talks about cardiovascular. Okay, so as a family physician, majorly medical and then some surgical. So I deal with individuals in terms of treatment of individuals within their communities, within their families, and then looking at the different factors, talking about biological factors, social factors, psychological factors that may influence the health of an individual, and helping to uh, manage, of course, helping with preventive measures, educating, counseling, uh, um, different opportunities for consultations to help in motivation to living healthy lives. But for those who have certain diagnoses like diabetes, hypertension, bronchial asthma, some allergies, people who are overweight, People have some mental health challenges, at a level able to manage, and then for those that need referrals to other specialists, they receive referrals. Okay, so I'm passionate about educating the public, the world, about on how to stay healthy, how to keep fit, and we can't overflog this. We cannot overlook it, and we cannot overflog it. So I want you to subscribe. I will like that you join this community. I'm sure you will find it interesting as we go on interacting. Border with Turkey. Okay, you have a border with Turkey. Okay, that's good. Dietolog something. Okay. Um, yes, talking about diets and all. So those are areas that apply generally. Okay, for any doctor, we always talk about lifestyle changes. Even if you're on medications, it doesn't rule out the need to live a healthy life. Okay, so if you have been asked to stop alcohol, then stop alcohol. If you have been asked to stop smoking, of course, smoking is dangerous to your health, so you should stop smoking. Okay, so those are measures. Even if you have a diagnosis and you have been placed on medications, I mean, that's enough motivation for you to engage in more healthy lifestyle. All right. So let me know if you have any question. Please drop in the chat. I will try as much as possible to respond. Of course, tomorrow is going to be a full time for question and answer. It will be question and answer session that's been dedicated for for us to engage better, to look at the things that give you concern, maybe it's maybe related to your own health or health of another. So let me know if you have any. I hope we can. I hope we can still hear me. I think there was a network challenge. All right, so the same thing is happening now. But if you can hear me, just give. All right, so the same thing is happening now. But if you can hear me, just give this. Okay, so we moving close to an hour on this live in this segment, and we will definitely continue tomorrow, considering the network challenge at this time. But I'm sure that you found this very helpful, and I'm sure you will be applying some of the things that I've shared with you on this live. By tomorrow, by God's grace, we'll kick off from there on what you should be doing to avoid the recurrent fatigue. And we'll go into a question and answer session from there. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow by God's grace. Thank you. Bye for now. I appreciate everyone who joined in. Right now, I can't even see any chat again. I hope this is sorted before the next time we get to meet. Thank you so much. Bye for now.